around the horn. And this week, we will be covering our top 5 catchers in Major League Baseball. So I'm going to start it off. And at number 5, I have the Tampa Bay Rays backstop, Mike Zunino. Now, Zunino, he was an all-star for the first time in his career last season in 2021. He hit 33 home runs with 62 RBIs. Not too much of an average guy, 216, 301 OBP, and a 559 slugging percentage to go along with an 860 OPS. Pretty good slash there besides the average. But like I said, not really an average guy. He really goes for the long ball. He's a high K guy, had 132 Ks last year to only 34 walks. So once again, kind of it goes back to that power hitting point. He low vision, just when he makes contact, the ball's going to fly, and making contact is the key there. But he makes up for it on defense. He had a 995 fielding percentage with 7 defensive runs saved, and that was good for 9th among catchers who caught at least 50 innings in 2021. So Mike Zunino at number 5 for me. At number 4, I have the Philadelphia Phillies catcher JT Realmuto. Realmuto, he had 17 home runs, 73 RBIs, 263 average, 343 on base percentage with a 439 slugging percentage and a 782 OPS. Realmuto is a 3-time All-Star, a 2-time Silver Slugger, and he has 1 Gold Glove. Now, Realmuto, behind the dish, he has a 999 fielding percentage, but he had 0 defensive run saves. However, the reason he edges Mike Zunino, in my opinion, is his ability to move. He can move better than any catcher in the league, and he can move better than most people in the league, not just catchers. He had 13 stolen bases in 2021, which is, it's not the highest of numbers, but this guy can flat out run the bases, and you don't really see that with catchers a lot. So I got to give Realmuto the nod over Zunino at 4. But at number 3, I have Kansas City Royals catcher Salvador Perez. Now, Salvador Perez had a absolutely a career year last year. 48 home runs, 121 RBI. He led the major leagues in both of those categories. He had a 273 batting average with a 316 on base percentage, a 544 slugging percentage, and an 859 OPS. A very, very strong offensive season for Perez. He's a 7-time All-Star. He's a 4-time Silver Slugger. He won the World Series with Kansas City in 2015, and he was also the World Series MVP. Now, he is a 5-time Gold Glover in his career, but this was actually his worst defensive season, where he tallied -5 defensive runs saved. So I honestly would have put him at 2. He maybe could have been at 1 after this season if that defensive run save number was actually positive. That the -5, that really, really hurt him in my ranking. But nevertheless, a top 3 catcher in my eyes, especially with those offensive numbers, and also especially at catcher, where offense really hasn't been I would say a strong suit over the last few years. So Salvador Perez, number 3. Now at number 2, this guy I am super high on. Andrew, you might even agree with me when you say your list, and that's Will Smith of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Will Smith, 25 home runs, 76 RBIs, 258 batting average, a 365 on base percentage, a 495 slugging percentage, and an 860 OPS. And he is only 26 years old. He had a 995 fielding percentage, and he had 5 defensive runs saved. That's not amazing, but that is very, very good. He can definitely be number 1 in 2022 after the 2022 season, in my opinion. He just needs to get that on base percentage and OPS a little closer to my number 1 guy, and that is Yasmani Grandal. Yasmani Grandal will round out my list at number 1, the catcher for the Chicago White Sox. Now, Yasmani Grandal, 23 home runs, 62 RBIs, 240 average, but this is where he shines. 420 on base percentage. He gets on a lot. 520 slugging percentage and a 939 OPS. That is an astronomical number, and that to me is the reason why he is number 1 for 2022. He's a 2-time All-Star. Now, he is also not the best defender, 989 fielding percentage with -1 defensive run saved. But as I said, he is an on-base machine. He walked more than he struck out in 2021, 87 walks to 82 strikeouts. That's why that on-base percentage is so high. And that OPS, that is a glaring number in the most positive way you could think of. So Yasmani Grandal, in my opinion, is the best catcher in Major League Baseball, but there are some names that could catch up to him after season's end. So I'm going to toss it over to you now, Andrew. Who do you have in your top 5?
Well, I got to say, great top 5 list. I have the same, well, I don't have the same exact order, but I do have the same collection of 5 players. So good